Dukadu guys, hope I'm audible to all of you. And let me check as well. And we'll start with talking. We were talking about this PM internship scheme. This is the third article of the day. And yes, sometimes I'm in such a flow that I also. Guys, hope I'm audible to all of you. And let me check as well. And yeah, everything is fine. So let's start. So we were talking about PM internship scheme. And if you see the headline of this article, it may look something is very bleak. But this is not the exact figure. So top 500 companies, their government is focusing on that these companies they provide internship to people and to young candidates mainly between 21 to 24 years of age. And if you see this article you feel like, oh my god, heading only 20% candidates accepted PM internship scheme, cool. So, but this is not the exact figure, guys. We have just discussed the basic feature. When was it announced? Ministry of Corporate. Oh my God, Corporate Affairs is handling it, and again, blah blah blah. This is going on a pilot basis right now. Pilot basis means if things remains awesome, it will be extended to other areas and extended for the long term. So 1.25 lakh internship opportunity was given. What was the? It was the target in the first year, and in fact, more offer has been given. But as we have discussed, giving offer is one thing and people and the candidates and the students accepting offer is another. Maybe the internship amount 5,000 per month etc is so less that they are not actually accepting these internship offer. Let's say, let's take an example. Somebody has to shift from Kanpur to Lucknow to take these jobs, and internship offered is 5,000 per month, 2,000 per month, or maybe 0 rupees. We are giving you free internship because you're working in a top 500 company. So their expense is 10,000 per month. They are being paid 5,000 per month in internship. Why will they go? So that's why candidates are declining offers, citing location, job roles, duration, high dropout. People are not accepting it, and this is happening at a time when the unemployment rate is so high in our country. Like, high in our country. If given opportunity, everybody will want to work. Who will not want to work? But that is what is happening. People are not accepting offer. Even the candidates who are accepting offers, they're quitting before completing. So as we keep on talking about, we are currently in 21st century. We don't need Tughlaq era laws. Tughlaq era, yeah, MBT laws means you just announce things and then you don't implement it, or the implementation is very laxadical, or like, demonetization or this and that. Jal Jeevan Mission delayed, smart city delayed, everything is delayed, and this kind of a thing. That you announced internship scheme, you're giving 5,000 per month to people, 0 rupee per month to people, not thinking about how they will live or how they will survive on this internship money. Not done. So you can see all these numbers, how many opportunities were posted, how many applications were received. People were, applying. Application received is much more, 4.55 lakh. So students had this hope that they will get some jobs, but the job offer was such, 83,000 job offer was made in pilot phase 2. Acceptance rate was very low. Again, remember, currently we are in a precarious situation in our country as far as jobs are concerned. If even after being made offer, they are only accepting 30%. That shows the offer was like, what will be the terms and conditions of the offers, how much money will be offered to them. So dropouts, people left. Combined figures, total offers made 1.65 lakh, total accepted 33,000, or you can see this dropouts and all. So not many people are accepting these offers. Government, whenever, like, we keep on talking about it, announcing scheme, announcing this and that is one thing, implementation is another. Please government, look into these issues. This is not happening for the first time. You see, initial budget for this pilot project was 840 crore, then they revised it to 380 crore, and how much they have utilized it right now? 73 crore. So this is one problem which we are facing time and again, and we are not learning anything from history and the previous schemes etc. Implementation is very like, it needs a lot of reforms when it comes to implementation part. So just remember these things, guys. Rest thing is known to us. They announce scheme and then they keep on delaying it the year and all those stuff. So internship scheme, when was it announced, what is the aim, which ministry is implemented, rest everything we know follows the same pattern when it comes to different government schemes. Let's solve some questions. MCQ 6. Which of the following are advantages of controlled natural flooding? This is based on the first article, the most important article of the day. These articles make your blood boil. PM internship scheme. There's so much unemployment, so much anarchy, so much frustration among students and all. And even then, they cannot accept job offers by top 500 companies because the offer is such in this internship. So sad. But again, nothing matters. Government know these things does not matter. They will play the religion card, they will play all these stuff, and then they will win. Or maybe they will give 10,000 just before election and everything will be awesome. Nice. Nobody wants job, etc., guys. Who wants job when we have religion? So which of the following are advantages of controlled natural flooding, guys? Iltush, Harshini, they have given the answer. Control natural flooding. What happens when we have discussed that if a river is allowed to flow freely, if there is no embankment, they will go to adjoining areas. They will even recharge the groundwater. They will replenish groundwater because there will be, some water will seep down the ground. So first is correct. Reduce pressure on embankments. Currently, there's too much pressure on embankments, and then they go up vertically and then they overflow and then they destroy everything. So the pressure will be reduced because there will be minimal embankments, if any. Improve soil fertility. Groundwater recharge will happen, which in turn will lead to increase in soil fertility, among other reasons. Increase peak flood discharge. No, peak flood discharge is happening right now when you are controlling the river flow via making embankments. So fourth is wrong. Eliminate fourth, and you will get the answer. That is B, as stated by Iltush, Harshini, Annie, Mad King, Kunal. Hello, Kunal, Gajanan. Cool, cool, cool. Hope you are understanding what we are discussing here. Please research more on this PMIS, guys. I just want to know why government keeps on repeating the same things when it comes to these offers. Why the implementation is so poor in our country these days when it comes to these schemes. Please research more on PM internship scheme. MCQ 7. See these countries, how many of the above are full members of Colombo Security Conclave as of 2025? Sri Lanka, Maldives, Mauritius, Bangladesh, Seychelles. We have talked about Colombo Security Conclave in the second article, which was again an editorial, I think. Right? So you have to state which of the following are, or how many of the above are full members of the Colombo Security Council. Only three, only four, all five, only two. Gajanan, whenever you are writing any answer, brother, to write the question number, na, it becomes easier to follow which question you are talking about. So all of them, all Sri Lanka, it started from India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, right? India, then Sri Lanka, then Maldives. These were the three original founding members. Then Mauritius was added, Bangladesh was added, and Seychelles is the latest member, joining in 2025. So all five, guys. C is the answer, all five. Oh my god, all of you have given. See, this is herd mentality. Which one do you think is like, okay, let me go one by one. So Gajanan, Harshini, Annie, Iltush, all of you said four. So tell me, which country do you feel like was not a part of Colombo Security Conclave? Let me see. Was that one country also same for all of you? Hmm. So go back, revise. I can understand you just have read this. You people are not God. These are the six countries. All of you gave the answer B. One people can give a wrong answer, and even if they're giving wrong answer, they can give different wrong answer. How it also happens with you people that all of you give wrong answer, same wrong answer at the same time. This is very weird. This we call herd mentality. Don't do that. Fifth one. Mauritius is not a member. Mauritius is a member. Fifth one, Seychelles is the latest member, Gajanan. It has joined in 2025. Go back what we have discussed in Colombo Security Conclave. Seychelles is the latest member, any. So, this is actually funny. Cool. MCQ 8. The low expectance or acceptance rate in PMIS pilot project indicates what? Mismatch between internship offerings and youth expectations, excessive stipend demands, lack of awareness about the scheme, only students from metro cities applied, why there is low acceptance rate in PM internship scheme. Why Seychelles joined as an observer? It joined as an observer. So let's say Harshini. I want to ensure that Harshini is getting married to anybody. Let's say Harshini gets married to Vijay. So before getting married to Vijay, Harshini has to meet Vijay, right? So this country, Seychelles, was an observer this year. When it came as an observer, it was made a permanent member. So now there are six permanent members. So Harshini, if she has to marry Vijay, first of all, she has to meet Vijay, right? Even in arranged marriage. So that's why this year it was an observer and it was made a full-time member. Are you understanding, Harshini? Will you marry Vijay? Goodie story. So the low acceptance rate in PMI's pilot project indicates mismatch between internship offerings and youth expectation as stated by Harshini. Very good. Harshini, Gajanan, Annie, Iltush and Matty. Who is your favorite Tamil actor, Harshini? Rajnikant, Kamal Hassan, Vijay. There is one actor also who is a race car driver or something. I forgot his name. Tell me your favorite Tamil actor. Not Hindi actor, Tamil actor. I like Vijay a lot. Vijay has copied one Rajnikant style when he drinks. Oh, okay, let's focus. Let's focus. So the answer is A, MCQ 8. Next article, page number 6, editorial written by GS3. Sonia Gandhi ma'am has written it. People are like, why do you say ma'am, this and that? I say ma'am and sir to everyone. Modi sir, nobody can replace Modi sir. He's the best we have ever got. Best in the whole galaxy. Not only this Earth, planet, etc. But then Modi sir is Modi sir. Sonia Gandhi ma'am is Sonia Gandhi ma'am. Irrespective of your political alignment, guys, your leftist, rightist, centrist, have a look at this article, read this article. Please try to understand what ma'am is talking about. There are so many questions from pre and mains perspective which can be made from this single article. If I would have wanted, I could have given you 10 to 15 questions based on this article only, this editorial only. He's already mad. Which is Situpati? Kadale, kadale, kudu kudu kudule, kadale, kadale, kudu 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 kudule. There is a movie. There was a movie in our time. You people were not born at that time. 96, Trisha. Viju Sethupathi and Trisha. So, importance of Aravali range. What Sonia Gandhi ma'am is saying in this editorial. Aravali range stretches from Gujarat, Rajasthan, and again, she's saying that Aravali, we have talked about Aravali. Aravali is not in Punjab. Do remember, guys? So it is acting as a natural barrier. It is preventing, desertification, like wind erosion, which is happening from, let's say, Rajasthan Thar Desert. It is not coming to UP Bihar so much because of the natural barrier which Aravali is acting as. Again, these things are known. But what has government done? Government has allowed mining, basically mining in almost 90% of Aravali region. They have declared that hills under 100-meter elevation in Aravali are exempted from mining restriction. Again, whenever we talk about these kind of issues, we talk about two things: economic development and environmental conservation. And Sonia Gandhi ma'am, via this article, is saying that right now the most focus is on economic development. Environmental conservation has been disregarded to a new degree. And again, disregard is one thing, complete utter disregard is another. Environmental conservation, and we know there is a midpoint where both of them can meet: economic development and environmental conservation. And what is that midpoint known as? Harshini, Iltush, Anandu, Gajanan, and others. What is a midpoint? So again, Aravali, mining allowed. If the hill is under 100-meter elevation, they can do mining in that region. If the hill is above 100-meter, mining will not be allowed. And there are very less hills which are above 100 meters. So almost 90% region of Aravalis, mining will be done there. Death warrant for Aravalis. Worsening air pollution. Delhi, we know what is happening. 34,000 deaths annually in 10 major cities because of pollution. Modi sir, we have to bring him to par because he is the answer for this pollution. And if you had brought him to par, he would have taken care of, because there is some government which is there for more than 11 years at center and still the pollution thing is still going on. Please bring Modi sir. That's what Sonia Gandhi ma'am is saying. Air pollution crisis reached to a new level. With each passing year, Modi sir has to be the Masiha and he has to look into this. Aravali almost dying now. Rising groundwater uranium contamination. Central Groundwater Board Authority, they said that Delhi's groundwater is like 15% around contaminated with uranium. All these things are interconnected. You're seeing a pattern. Environmental impact assessment 2020. Sustainable development, very good, as Harshini, Mad King, Annie, Iltush, they are saying. So what I was telling, all these things are interconnected means what? UPSC mains question has been asked on EIA notification 2020. EIA notification 2020. So some government, central government which is there, they brought this and they diluted laws. Environmental impact assessment explicitly mentioned in GS mains 3. That means before a project goes on, we have to see the impact, like proposed impact of what will be the impact of this project if it goes through in next 30 years, 50 years. So there was some strict provision in environmental impact assessment that has been diluted. Let's say, and you can read this EIA notification and solve that mains question on EIA notification. So this is not a one-off scenario. Aravali Hills, air pollution, or uranium contamination. These are all connected. Government does not care about environmental protection. Understand one thing. Again, if we have talked about One Health yesterday, everything is interconnected. Our health, animals health, environment health, everything is interconnected, guys, and we have to give regard to it. So Forest Conservation Amendment Act 2023 exempted more areas from clearance rule, EIA notification, CRZ notification. When you people were not born, at that time there was a Great Nicobar project. Great Nicobar project, Great Nicobar Island, it lies under CRZ 1A. We have talked about it in previous into analysis. Coastal Regulation Zone 1A, which is the most strict zone where none of the environment, like conservation, like developmental activities can go on. Government did what? They converted it from CRZ 1 to 1A to 1B. See as a notification 2018. Eases construction norms. Time and again, here, there, everywhere, they're doing the same thing. We are not against economic development, but there has to be a balance which has to be maintained. Just to make people happy in the shorter term, we cannot negate the impact of these things in the longer term. We have to understand it sooner rather than later. MOFCC has focused more on weakening rules than enforcing them. This article, this whole editorial by Sonia Gandhi ma'am, will act as a summary for you. Based on whatever we have read in previous Hindu analysis, she's summarizing it. How there are different companies. These are not Ambani and Adani. We are not naming them. Electoral bonds. We have discussed one of the biggest issue plaguing our country is not this and that. The biggest issue is opaqueness in political funding. This is one of the biggest issue in India. The way and company donation. These companies, big companies, they give not 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 3 rupee. They give money in crores to political parties. And basically, currently, the ruling party is the one which is benefiting maximum from it. If nobody will give you even 1 rupee, just like that. We have discussed there is one FM everybody tunes to. That FM is known as WIIFM. What's in it for me? So these companies, if they are giving money in crores to a particular political party, they will want something in return. And these relaxations are being done to appease these companies or to ensure these companies are getting benefited. So electoral bonds data reveal that major corporate donor. Again, this article is associated not only with environment. Transparency, accountability is there in your GS mains paper too, guys. So there you have to talk about. In interview, they ask what is the major problem plaguing our country. In that, talk about opaqueness in political funding, how it is the root of all cause. Nobody is clean these days. People say that we have to elect someone, andho mein kana raja. That means all are stupid. We have to choose the lesser stupid one. But we have to ensure that we are getting intelligent, or our intelligence level is increasing with each passing year. Let's focus again. Raises concern that policy making is influenced by corporate funding, stated by Sonia Gandhi ma'am, sacrificing environmental and generational well-being. See, understand, nobody is a clean, we are not giving clean sheet to anyone. We are not saying that Congress is not receiving electoral bonds funds, but Congress is not ruling from last 11 years. Congress are not is receiving major electoral funds. There is one party which is receiving it and they are getting benefited by it. And they are ensuring corporate donors are getting benefited by it by passing these environmental rules and regulations. NTCA, now forget about all these points. Just focus here. NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority. I have told you, do parallel study. Whenever you're reading about NTCA, read about NBWL as well. Now tell me fast, who is the chairperson of NTCA? Who is the chairperson of National Board for Wildlife? So NTCA sought eviction of 65,000 families from Tiger Reserve. NTCA created under WPA 1972. So they are telling these local communities, you evict these. Earlier it was not like that. We have to take permission. As Huma Qureshi ma'am used to say in Gangs of Wasipur, permission leni chahiye thi. That means we have to take permission. We have to ask them that can you, and there are measures which had to go through. Gram Sabha was one method, but now that is not happening. We are like, no, just leave. We are making Tiger Reserve, just leave. Eviction of 65,000 families. So again, how are we treating local communities? What is happening here? We have to take into account that as well. So NBWL, National Board for Wildlife, chairperson is PM. NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority, MOEFCC. It's a very high degree of centralization is happening right now, guys. And people's participation, public's opinion, that don't matter in the longer run, because as we know, 10,000 will do the work. Why bother? Give 10,000, play religion card, and you are good to go for next 70 80 years in India. In need for a new environmental deal, India must commit do no further harm. You can not do economic development, guys, if the environment does not survive. Nature has already started playing its trick. COVID was one way to ensure we humans understand what stupidity we are doing. So nature will come with something else again in future if we don't understand. Maybe they will remove us from Earth, humans, who is the source of all problems. As we have discussed, sixth mass extinction. UPSC has already asked PYQ on sixth mass extinction. Most of the flora and fauna, like 60-70% of the flora and fauna which was there in the last, previous, like let's say 1900, the flora and fauna which was there, 60-70% have gone. They have extinct. Maybe we are the next one. We have to understand. I was watching this thing on, there was this movie, Jurassic World, new movie of Scarlett Johansson. There people were talking about it, that maybe nature will kill us all. We are the stupid ones. So there will be no economic development if there is no environment, if there is no us. So please keep these things in mind and halt ongoing project in Great Nicobar, Hasdev, Aranya, Chhattisgarh, Dhirauli, Madhya Pradesh. Have a look at these places. You have to also arrange them. They can ask you Hasdev, Aranya is where, Dhirauli is where. Crack down illegal mining in Aravali's 90% hills in Aravali region will be undergoing mining now. Oh my God. Look at these situations. So again, Sonia Gandhi ma'am has written a comprehensive article here. You may be pro BJP, you may be pro Congress, pro AAP, this and that. Please read this article. And post facto environmental clearance. In the previous Hindu analysis, we have discussed about this. How early Supreme Court was like end all post facto environmental clearance. That means you have made a coal power project and after that you're taking permission. That is not allowed. That is post facto. So that happened. There were some exceptions which were allowed. Supreme Court was like, end all exceptions. We have discussed what is the problem with ending all post facto environmental clearances, and now Supreme Court is like, this should not be the norm. Post facto environmental clearance should happen in the rarest of the rare case. In Sonia Gandhi ma'am is saying that this post facto environmental clearance has to go, because this is promoting again collusion between companies and political parties. Strengthen and depoliticize National Green Tribunal, oh my God, established by NGT Act of 2010. There is too much politicization there. There is too much oh my God, politicization of tribunals, because we have seen this in previous Hindu analysis that most of these tribunal members, they are appointed by executive. These tribunals, they're looking against cases, or they're looking, the cases which they are reviewing. These are cases against government, but only government people or entities are appointing them. Kartik calling Kartik. So all these things. Adopt a regional airshed management approach. When we were talking about Delhi pollution, I reversed that PM with PM and MOEFCC. Oh my God, Iltush. Airshed management approach also we have discussed when it comes to Delhi pollution, that you cannot treat Delhi pollution as a silo. Delhi, even not Delhi, Bangladesh, Pakistan, all these, Nepal, all these regions have to come together. We almost follow the same topography and all, so we have to come together to address this NCR pollution issue. Something, Diwali happened in Amritsar. Lahore was impacted. Lag di Lahore diya, jis hisab se chal diya. That means the way you are walking, it looks like you are from Lahore. So, airshed management, countries have to come together, states have to come together to address Delhi pollution. You cannot do it in silos. So, what is the guiding principle? Follow rule of law. Don't just keep on abrogating this and that, removing this and that, showing that I am the macho man. Once you will be gone, the future population will suffer because of you, because of the division which you have created among communities, because of the environmental destruction which you have done. So, yeah. Oh my God. Let's solve some question. With reference to shift from flood control to flood resistance. Again, first article, guys. That article is so awesome. We can make so many questions on them. Let's solve this question. Chipandis Chiputulsu Ledu Kadu, guys. Flood resistance emphasizes living with water rather than fighting it. You read all these statements. And cool, cool, cool. What is the answer here? Flood control, flood resistance. Kosi River, we were talking about it. We were saying that we have to move to flood resistance thing. So, what is the answer in that regard? Harshini has given the answer. Flood resistance does not ignore structural solution. In flood resistance, don't go with the name. We are basically not resisting the flow of rivers. We are allowing its natural flow as much as possible, and we are issuing early warning system, all these things. Solutions will be there. We are not saying just remove all embankments. We are saying don't keep think embankment as a single sort solution. Minimize it as much as possible. So it's not like remove all structural solutions. Flood resistance emphasizes living with water rather than fighting it by constructing embankments. Non-structural measures like zoning and early warnings are part. So 1 and 2 is part, third is wrong. So the answer is B. 1 and 2 as stated by Harshini and Iltush. Very good. Kadle, kadle, kalkulukuluke. MCQ 10. National Tiger Conservation Authority in June 2024 recommended eviction of families from tiger reserves. Which of the following statement is or are correct? The music of that song Kadle Kadle, the background music, is so awesome, guys. Bird chirping, oh my God, I would recommend everybody, this is your homework, all you people, listen to this Kadle Kadle song of 96. The initial 1 minute 2 minute will be only background music. Coo, 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 coo. Oh my God, awesome. What is the answer for 9th 10th, guys? Iltush has given the answer. It violated the spirit of WP and pitted environment against local communities. It's like, all of them have to go. We know, even in Tiger Reserve, etc., we have core buffer and transition zone. So you can allow people to live in some family. Even if you're evicting them, evict them in a respectful manner. It's not like, hey, 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 get lost. Don't do that. Get lost. So B is the answer, guys, as stated by Harshini, Iltush, and okay, only Iltush has stated it. B is the answer. It was not voluntary. Even if you feel like confused, it was voluntary and fully complied. Don't you think it is an extreme statement? It targeted only urban encroachers. Do you think these wildlife tiger reserves are created in urban regions? It was implemented in consultation with all state governments. Have a look at the way statements are formed. Sometimes are framed. Sometimes statements will give away the answer if you have a look at these statements. So the best option here is B as stated by Iltush. Who is a good girl? Iltush. Who else? Page 6 editorial, GS2, GS3. Oh my god. I think 5, 6 articles today appeared on this thing. But it's too political. And you know, I never go political. I'm as neutral as there can be. Biggest supporter of Modi ji in the whole universe. This whole thing. Sanchar Sathi app. I think you may have read about this whole thing. What is Sanchar Sathi app? So Sanchar Sathi app is, sometimes somebody will take away Hindi, sir. No, Shagun, it's basically English only. So, there are students here who don't understand Hindi, but there are Hindi students who do understand English. So, yeah, it's English only, Shagun. So, what we were discussing, we are talking about Sanchar Sathi app. Sanchar Sathi app is what? Let's say Harshini's phone gets stolen. So, somebody can use Harshini's phone, can look at Harshini's messages, whom she is messaging. Oh my God, who is this boy? A boy, B, and C. So, to ensure that your phone is not getting misused, to ensure that, your phone gets you have a control even over your lost phone, you have the Sanchar Sathi app. But government went too far. Government is like, you have to install this particular app. Whenever anything becomes have to, then the problem arises. And why problem arises? Because current government, although we love current government, nobody loves Modi sir more than me, Harshini, Iltush, and others. But the problem is, already there is something which has happened, Pegasus. I don't know how many of you know it. Maybe you people were not born at that time. So there was a surveillance app called Pegasus. Many people believe that it has been used by, and this is a very expensive app, very expensive. And I think it's an Israeli app or something. Have you people heard about Pegasus? It's an expensive app bought from, like, it's a company from Israel. Do check that out. And these, like Pegasus, they only sell it to governments. It's not like any private entity can buy this Pegasus app. And then this is such a powerful app. If it is there in any particular journalist phone, activist, and let's say Rahul Gandhi's phone, they can tap anything, whom he is talking to, and then they can make fun of him. Oh my God, he's going to Thailand, he's talking to this, because they know everything about him. And this is not the only incident. There was one CM, I will not talk about which state. There was this one CM of a particular state who surveilled a girl half his age, or less than half his age, almost his daughter's age. And the whole machinery of that state was involved in surveilling that girl. So there has been past incidents because of which people are frightened about this whole thing, this app. The name is so awesome, but what is the intention behind Sanchar Sathi app based on what has happened earlier with Pegasus and all those stuff, and the surveillance of that girl. And later on, that girl's family said that we asked the whole government, to surveil our girl. How convenient. So India is witnessing advanced form of cybercrime. It means crimes and digital arrest, all those things. So in that regard, Sanchar Sathi app is good. It will ensure that your phone is not getting misused. So yeah, Harshini, Iltosh, any all of you have heard about it. But to say that everybody has to, I don't like, nobody is a doodh ka dhula, guys. That everybody has some past. If you go back, and yes, we know we are not like, nobody is clean except Modi sir. He's the best, but none of us are clean. And this can be used to blackmail us when you have surveillance app, this and that. Nobody can even say anything bad against government or anyone. I'm not saying this is happening in current India. This does not happen in our country. Our country, everybody can say anything. And but yeah, you can understand why people are apprehensive about Sanchar Satya, how it is going against right to privacy, Article 21, K.S. Puttaswamy judgment. So people are very, very worried what will happen. Concerns with mandatory Sanchar Sati installation, excessively intrusive and potentially dangerous. As far as we know, we are still a democratic country. We have not yet become a dictatorial country and all those things. So just saying that you have to do it, but that's a misnomer. We have already done stuff, demonetization, standing in line, doing stuff to curb black money. So all black money has been eradicated now. Then they changed the goalpost. The issue was not black money, issue was digitization, all those stuff. So I don't know how much democratic we are currently, but yes, this is also going against the democratic ethos of our country. and functions cannot be disabled. Directive states that you have to have these apps, you have to enable all the notifications whatever they are saying. But see how easily they give fake information. So Minister Sindhya sir, Jyotiraditya Sindhya sir, he says that user can delete the app. On one hand you are saying that you cannot delete the app, you have to have all the notification. On other hand you are saying that you can delete the app. Be please, bro, please be uniform in what you are saying. I'm not saying this, I love Sindhya sir, he's the best, but this article is saying that the directive states it cannot be disabled, contradicting the claim and suggesting deeper system level controls. So God knows what is the intention behind this whole Sanchar Sarthi app. Pegasus they already used according to some people. I don't know, I believe Modi sir can never do these things, but God knows what will happen with this. Now, Apple, big companies, Apple are like, we are not installing Sanchar Sathi app, privacy concern and all those stuff. But nobody can go against Modi, sir. So what will happen to Apple now? Oh my God. As per Supreme Court's case Swami judgment, privacy intrusion must meet test of, you can read all these things. And people are saying that it is going against right to privacy. Pegasus was earlier only confined to journalists, activists, and political opponents. Maybe now government wants to surveil all citizens, but I am not saying it. This article is saying it. Solve this MCQ, guys. This is so funny the way we are going as a country and all this stuff. What is the basic aim of Sanchar Sarthi app? Don't say facilitate government surveillance or political opposition. Our government can never do that. Never done that. Whoever is saying that government use Pegasus app, you are all big, you don't like Modi, sir. I hate you people. Pegasus, Pegasus, Pegasus. Surveillance of a girl half her age or half his age. So sad. Somebody should talk about these things. Doesn't matter whether you live or die. Anyways, we all have to die one day. At least live, say the truth. You know, death will come, guys, sooner rather than later. But at least you will be happy that you stated the stuff which needed to be stated, right? Sanchar Sarthi app in India primarily aims to do what? So Harshini, Iltush, Aditya, any all of you people stated it. We will discuss it tomorrow at 8 a.m. This is a homework for you. Like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word. You can join this Telegram channel. I will share this Hindu analysis PDF by 9:30. I will try to do it by 9:30. But yes, 9:11, 9:30 is already there. By 9:30, 9:40, it will be uploaded. ठीक है? You can post your score in the comment section. You can join these programs. Mains answer evaluation will play a longer run, irrespective of whether you're preparing for 26, 27, etc. You can see these prices. If you want the lifetime course bundle, where you don't have to pay, like you pay one time and you don't have to recharge it again, you can take the lifetime success bundle at 699. If you have any queries about these courses, you can always send me a WhatsApp message at 9650303257. You are your own competition, guys. You can also donate, and that's it from me. Thank you, Ashini. Distractive IS, he has also given the answer. Thank you, Iltush. All of you have given the answer. Very good, yeah. Very good. Let's